everyone who doubted you tonight before this fight, what do you have to say to them?
Fuck y'all.
Last time we heard about Shakur Stevenson, him and Teofimo Lopez was supposed to have a fight. Now, for whatever reason, Teofimo Lopez has went dark. Last Shakur Stevenson spoke about Teofimo, where you at? I'm still waiting. Why ain't you agree to nothing, right? Stevenson is waiting on Teofimo Lopez.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. Smash the like button. We have 350 people and 90 fucking 5 likes.
But now, all of a sudden, Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, something that he does every once in a while. He'll go MIA for a minute, and then he'll kind of just interject himself into situations or conversations that don't got nothing to do with him. And Shakur Stevenson, I don't know, maybe he said something about Rolly's power or something. Rolando Romero, you hear rumors that he could possibly be facing Manny Pacquiao. These guys, man. Rolly's an overachiever, man. He's an overachiever in the sport, like I'm telling you. He won the world title before Ryan Garcia won the world title. Wow, right? The guy that Rolando Romero, the guy that nobody said could fight for real, can box and say, yeah, he could punch and all that, but yada, yada, yada. And if you had to ask me 4 years ago who will be a world champion first, I would have told you Ryan Garcia. There ain't no way Rolando Romero is winning the world title, but here we are. You never know what's going to happen in the sport of boxing. But Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson, going back and forth on social media. Now, these two guys should really fight. If Teofimo Lopez don't really want no smoke because he's been cloud chasing black fighters for the past year and a half, 2 years now, and every time something's looking like it's going to happen for him, it don't happen for him for whatever reason. But Ryan Garcia, man, Shakur Stevenson says this. Man just admitted to be scared of Rolly Power. My bad for thinking it wasn't the best version of him. That's why you suck, because power is not everything, bum, at Ryan Garcia. Then Ryan Garcia says, you're mad because I kept it real. You didn't fight a guy with power. And when you did, it wasn't your best performance. Anyone with eyes can see. Don't be sensitive, pussy. It's the fight game. And then Shakur reacts by saying, I'm not mad at all, Ryan. How can I be? You got embarrassed your last fight against Rollies. I went against a real Mexican fighter with a real Mexican style of fighting and beat him at his own game. It's levels. Hit me when you win your first world title. End quote. Yeah, that's right. When you win your first world title, Ryan Garcia, you do a lot of talking. See, the only reason why I'm so brutal and vicious towards Ryan Garcia, well, it's for the obvious reasons. And then he never won a world title. He never really fought for one either. In the fight with Devin Haney, the title wasn't on the line because, well, it just wasn't on the line because he missed weight. And he didn't even care about making the weight. See, we forgot about that stuff, right? This guy testing positive, missing the weight on purpose, doing all types of shit, being racist online, just talking crazy. Yeah, so no, I don't feel sorry for Ryan Garcia in the slightest. No, you never won a world title. You really shouldn't even be conversating yourself with any of these guys who are world champions. You need to just sit your ass down and get back to the drawing board, especially for all that shit you've been talking. You need to be a little bit more humble, right? You got beat by Rolly. And I knew Rolly was going to kick his ass because Rolly's been kicking his ass since they was kids, right? Every time you've seen Rolly in the ring with Ryan, he was whooping on him anyway. So I already knew that was going to transition to the ring. Why? Because Ryan don't even take boxing that seriously. He's in there playing. He had to use PEDs just to perform against Devin Haney. So what makes me think you're going to do anything with a guy like Shakur Stevenson, right? Who had a really good fight his last fight against William Zepeda, right? It was an excellent fight. It was a fun fight. You can't say it was a boring fight. Shakur Stevenson was labeled a boring fighter. Why? Because he was just simply so good that he just make it look easy, and these guys can't do nothing with him. So, yeah, man, that's some of the latest news. Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, these guys, man, they do all this talking on social media, but they ain't doing enough walking. Walking in a sense to, well, Ryan case, he ain't walked his way into a world title. Strange enough, right? He came in with these guys, and everybody touched the world title. Tank, Shakur, Devin, all of them touched the world title. Even Rolando Romero touched the world title. He's moved on to bigger and better things in the sport, but Ryan Garcia hasn't touched it. And Shakur Stevenson is a multi-divisional champion, touched multiple titles, trying to unify the division, trying to look for all the scouts, all the smoke in the sport of boxing, but he simply can't find it. But yeah, man, that's some of the latest news in boxing. Shakur Stevenson, will he fight Teofimo Lopez in early 2026? Ain't no telling. Teofimo Lopez seemed to have ran from the hills. Teofimo Lopez seemed to have went dark in this whole situation. But maybe, just maybe, he'll come back out into the light to make this fight. But yeah, man, like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.